Galladay.
Good evening. We're going to go ahead to the next slide. Thank you. Tonight, we are going to provide an overview of our multi-tier system of supports, commonly referred to as MTSS. MTSS is embedded into our strategic plan and district improvement plans.
Free education.
Thank you. So beginning with our Tier 1 at our secondary level, high-quality core curriculum taught by highly qualified RCS teachers in all courses. Social emotional supports, such as mentor programs, are included in this tier. Student mentor programs are peer-to-peer programs that engage students in activities connecting them to the school culture. Two examples are check-ins and notes of encouragement throughout the year. The Learning Consultant Program provides both academic and social emotional support. Examples are monitoring course assignment completion, extended time for assessments, and para support in the classroom. Moving into Tier 2, LC support is a scheduled class in lieu of an elective, with a focus on executive functioning skills. Tutoring is available either in person or via Zoom by a teacher in a small group. Intervention courses such as study skills, co-taught math class, and the summer algebra readiness course for 8th and 9th graders are a few examples of intervention at this tier. These courses are designed to fill in the gaps for students so they are on track for mastery learning. Tier 3 is considered an intensive support. A student may have 4 core classes and 2 intervention courses, such as LC support and math lab in lieu of electives. A decision to place a student in an intervention course versus an elective course is made in partnership with the family and the school team. Summer programs, such as credit recovery and SAT prep, are examples of intervention and enrichment at this level. This tier of support has been able to continue this year. Staff have pivoted to using technology as a tool to implement these supports. You heard earlier, the District MTSS Committee continued to meet regularly. As part of our meetings, the committee participated in presentations summarizing the impact of our interventions and current data such as iReady, discipline, and attendance. The committee also began to dig into family engagement through an MTSS lens. The committee reflected on the questions: is the information we are communicating about MTSS system clear? And are families a partner in the process? From these discussions, the committee is recommending a new graphic for MTSS. Next slide, please. Thank you. The updated graphic recommended is a diamond. The diamond shape clarifies MTSS is both an intervention and an enrichment for students. Students may be at both ends of the diamonds at times. In the middle of the diamond is Tier 1, core curriculum and SEL supports for all students. As you move out from the middle, you have targeted enrichment to the left, such as AP courses and leadership opportunities. On the right is our Tier 2 interventions, LC support, counselor, or even social work support. At the end of the diamond is Tier 3, more intensive than Tier 2. A student can be Tier 3 academically, possibly multiple AP courses, and Tier 2 socially, needing some social work support. Students move through their tiers based on data. Examples of data reviewed are grades, summative assessments, attendance, and teacher feedback. A student may spend a semester in Tier 2 or even a year or 2. They will stay with Tier 2 supports as long as they're showing improved progress and there is a need. The decision to move to a more intensive support is done with great consideration. The same can be said for reducing the amount of support a student receives. We want to make sure the student is academically and socially prepared for fewer supports. When a student does move to a less intensive tier, it is done through a gradual release model with input from teachers, parents, and the student themselves. At this time, I'd like to pause for any questions on the general overview of MTSS at the district level. With the family, between the classroom teacher, or it may even be a team member, whether it's the school psychologist, social worker, whoever's supporting that student. Everyone's in tier 1. So you're always in tier 1. And we necessarily don't tell a child you're in tier 2 or you're specifically in tier 3. Students see it more that communication of what supports are needed for them. So what can we do to help them be successful? So we necessarily don't identify that you're in tier 2 now or you're in tier 3 now.
Okay. So they wouldn't necessarily, I mean, they're not going to be identified and feel, and they don't.
But this truly by a diamond, when we looked at that pyramid, what this team kind of felt, it's academic. It really didn't encompass the social emotional piece. Or if you did have that, it didn't show that you could have a student academically who's accelerating but may need some support emotionally. So by having a diamond, and there are parents that sit on our MTSS district committee, so that was, we heard that very loud and clear from them, that this made a little bit more sense to them and they could explain this. It didn't feel to like, okay, I have to get to the top of this pyramid and I never get off the top. I'm always stuck at the top. This really shows more fluidity for them. And we are still exploring. Positivity Project is relatively new for us at the elementary in the SCL. So we had a couple buildings using it last year with great success, and all the other elementaries joined this year. So we are expanding our supports that we offer on research and best practices. Not here in Michigan, but other states are using this. And when talking to other states for family engagement, this made, they said they understood that a
This
little bit.
has always been the kind of the struggle with, well, RTI, then MTSS, is you've been in the business long enough, like Karen, you've seen what, Karen, diamonds,
Diamonds, pyramids, yeah.
pyramids, rectangles,
Stars.
flow charts.